Short way to second and gets the force out there. And that retires the third inning. Richmond strands two more, but we move on to the fourth. It's 4-2 Senators on Sports Radio 9 and the Fan and 105 on FM.
Hey, baseball fans, now at Verizon, they're locking in low prices for 3 years, guaranteed on my plan. And you can get a single line for just $45 a month when you switch and bring your phone. That's their best price ever on unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Guaranteed for 3 years. Because at Verizon, they got you. Visit your local Verizon store today. $20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate. Additional terms and conditions apply.
Attention! The Ashley Memorial Day sale has been extended. You knew it was coming. Tariffs. But not to worry, your Ashley store is ready to beat those tariff price spikes with the extended Memorial Day sale this weekend only.
Hurry in for these exclusive offers.
For the first time ever, you can take up to 20% off the entire store.
Plus, save up to 50% off tariff doorbusters and display models.
That's right, the savings have never been greater.
Ashley, the largest furniture and mattress retailer in North America with the largest in-stock selection available for fast next-day delivery.
We're talking guaranteed lowest mattress prices on America's top brands like Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, Stearns & Foster, Nectar, Purple, and Ashley Sleep.
Get free mattress delivery, plus save up to $1,000 off on select mattresses and up to $300 in free furniture exclusively at Ashley.
Ask about 60 months zero interest or no credit needed for easy payment plan options. This is one terrific extended Memorial Day sale this weekend only.
See your local Ashley store for more in-store offers and additional details.
Every pitch, all season long. It's Richmond Flying Squirrels baseball on Sports Radio 910, The Fan.
We roll along to the top of the fourth inning in Richmond. Senators leading 4-2 over the Flying Squirrels. Here's Blaine McCormick for the play-by-play.
Thank you so much, Trey. Jack Choate back on the mound for the Flying Squirrels as he faces Maxwell Romero Jr. Perfect night for baseball here in Richmond. Sunny skies and a little breezy here at the Diamond in Game 5 of the series. Lefty on lefty. Choate sends the pitch, and Romero takes a called strike to start the at-bat. 0 for 1 night so far. He flat out to center field in the first inning. Senators had 2 home runs in that frame. The 0-1 pitch. Outside, evens up the count for Romero. A 2-run homer by Jonathan Thomas got the first runs on the board. Murphy Staley for the Senators followed up with a 2-run homer. 1 ball, 1 strike, the pitch. Nails the inside half for a called strike. And it goes to 1-2. And then to the bottom of the first inning, Flying Squirrels struck for a pair. It's 4-2 Senators in the top of the fourth inning. Choate looking for strikeout number 4 on the evening. He sets, twists, and delivers. On a fly ball over to shallow center field since Turner Hill on a jog in. Waves the right arm and now makes the grab above his ball cap.
He got you, too.
He did.
As much as we watch Jack Choate pitch, I don't know why every time he takes that first step and I go, all right, there's, oh, no, wait, here.
Wait.
Got time for you to take a bite of my sandwich. I don't have a problem with it. It's just, look, it seems to be working for him, like I said.
Yeah.
It's great. It's got to be a little bit in the mind of the hitters, too. You know, they watch a video and everything. They see it.
Exactly. And change it up every once in a while. First pitch to Cortland Lawson. Misses upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes.
I don't remember if he did that last year. I know he's done it most of this year, Choate. We only saw a handful of starts from him down the stretch last season.
1-0 pitch. Too far inside to make it a 2-ball strike count now. Well, for Choate, yeah, he was here just for 8 starts last season. Most of his time was spent with the High Eugene Emeralds in the Northwest League. Next one home is a ground ball towards third base. Misses Ceballos. Arteaga's there for backup, but he doesn't have a throw over to first. It was in the glove of Arteaga, but then sort of lost his footing. And it's a base hit for Cortland Lawson. It's now the 5th hit of the night for the Senators. That puts Lawson over at first base with 1 out. And Arteaga was there for backup, but he would have had to make a dazzling throw to first to try and get Lawson out. So the next hitter is Jared McKenzie, left-handed hitter who struck out looking against Choate in the second. Shows bunt, but the first pitch misses high. And it's a 1 and no strike count. Choate had a lot of success in the Northwest League last year, as he sends a pickoff throw to first, and it goes away from Eldridge. Bounces up against the tarp. Lawson goes to second. He makes the turn and is headed for third base, and no throw by Eldridge. Lawson gets to third base standing up.
There's like 3 Nationals fans sitting down in the front row, way too close to one of the mics. And they liked that error.
Yeah, they were happy about that.
Everybody else did not.
So the throwing error goes against Jack Choate. Out of reach for Eldridge, and bounced up against the sidewall and rolled down the warning track a long way. Infield in now for the Squirrels, and the next pitch, cut on and missed. Answered with the breaking ball, and it evens the count at 1-1 for Jared McKenzie. Well, Choate was promoted last year to Richmond at the beginning of August. He deals. A pop-up, foul, and out of play. In his Double-A debut on August 6th against Hartford, allowed 4 runs in 4 1/3 innings, didn't have a decision in that game. He pitched fairly well for the rest of the season. In 8 starts, he had 41 strikeouts, just at Double-A. 1-2 pitch. Cut on and miss for strike 3. Low off-speed pitch by Jack Choate. There is strikeout number 4 on the night. And the second time he's got McKenzie down on strikes.
It's a big spot for it, too, with the runner at third now, 2 outs. Makes it a little tougher for the Senators to have a chance to score that run. Choate's now coming into this game. He's 3rd in the league in strikeout rate, averaging over 11 strikeouts per 9.
So now he faces Kevin Maude, Senators shortstop, as the first pitch too far inside, and it hit him. It was again the curveball from Choate, but it looked like it hit the bottom foot, or towards the foot of Kevin Maude. So a hit by pitch puts him over at first base. Lawson at third, and 2 outs with the leadoff hitter Philip Glasser next up. Yeah, it was right off of the foot towards the heel of Maude. Now a couple runners on for Choate to try and strand. 4-2 lead for the Senators in the top of the 4th. And here is Philip Glasser, who already has 2 hits tonight. Look over to first, the pitch. Way high. And it's 1 ball and no strikes. And Glasser singled and scored to lead off the ball game on the very first pitch. And later scored on the 2-run homer by Jonathan Thomas. Pickoff throw to first base. And Maude is back on the dive. And then in the second inning, Glasser had another base hit and a stolen base, but was left stranded. So now Choate looking to strand a pair. Wind is whipping from left to right in the back of the outfield. 1-0 pitch. Misses upstairs, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Well, Philip Glasser, good leadoff hitter for the Senators. Before today, he was batting .304 with 48 total hits on the year. 6 doubles, 2 triples, and a homer. The 2-0 is fouled back to the catcher. Glasser, for a good stretch, was leading the Eastern League in batting average. Right now, he is 5th in the league with that .304 average. Has a 2-ball and 1-strike count against Choate. He sets, looks over to first. Looks there away again. Now fires, and it misses high. So it moves to 3 balls and 1 strike. And in this game so far, Choate is up to 76 pitches here in the 4th inning. 3-1 offer. There's a called strike to fill up the count for Glasser. So now Maude will have the green light to run with first motion over at first base. Lawson stays put over at third. 3 balls and 2 strikes for Philip Glasser. Choate kicks and fires. And a foul that dribbles to the backstop. And we'll do it again with another 3-ball and 2-strike pitch. Yesterday, Glasser had only 1 hit on the night. 1 for 4 with a walk and a run. And the Flying Squirrels 7-6 win. Payoff pitch again. Glasser fouls it off. This time elevates it and goes to the back screen. Another 3-ball and 2-strike count. Glasser's motion when he swings forward is a little unique. Where he doesn't have the short toe tap, it's more of a swing. Here's the pitch. Low and outside for ball 4, and that loads up the bases. So Mate eases his stride at second base, and Glasser goes over to first on the full count walk. He extended that at-bat to 8 pitches, and now loads up the bases for Jonathan Thomas, who has had a good week in his Double-A debut with Harrisburg. So far tonight has been productive. A 2-run homer back in the first, and he made an excellent play in the outfield to save a run from scoring for Richmond. Pitching coach Paul Oseguera goes out to the mound, and he'll have a meeting with the Flying Squirrels infield. Fans, next time you want to hit the links, check out our friends at Independence Golf Club and their premier 18-hole championship course, voted #1 in Virginia by Golfer's Choice. Independence, more than just a world-class golf course. Be sure to download their mobile app and visit independencegolfclub.com to learn more. Right now, it looks like the Flying Squirrels bullpen, Service Master Clean bullpen, doesn't have a lot of action. There's one guy standing up, and that is Evan Gates. Hasn't gone to throwing yet, just stood up and doing some stretches and readjusting the jersey. 4-2 lead for the Senators in the top half of the 4th inning. Bases loaded for Harrisburg with Jonathan Thomas in the right-handed box. First pitch. That misses upstairs, ball 1. And that home run that Thomas had in the first inning was his first on the season between Wilmington and Harrisburg. Most he's had in his career is 4. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss to even the count. All 4 of his career home runs were back in 2023 when he was with Low-A Fredericksburg, just north of Richmond, up 95. He was certainly a speed threat with the Nationals. 1-1 pitch. This is a hair inside. That season, Thomas had the most stolen bases in that minor league system with 65. He's got a 2-ball and 1-strike count. Choate offers home. A fly ball to right field, but it hooks foul into the stands. And 65 stolen bases, which was in the top 10 of the minors. And Thomas finished the year batting .226 with 11 doubles and those 4 home runs. He's got an even 2-ball and 2-strike count here with the bases loaded. Harrisburg looking to jump up big. Here's the pitch. Low and inside with a curve. And now it's a 3-ball and 2-strike count. So now everyone on base will be moving. Lawson at third, Mate at second, and Glasser at first. Choate sets and fires. Thomas swings and misses for strike 3. That leaves the bases loaded. Now Choate had to navigate around some rocky waters. He's able to strike out Thomas, and it's his 5th punch out this evening. 4-2 lead for the Senators. We go to the home half of the 4th here on Sports Radio 910 The Fan, 105.1 FM.
Whether you're a contractor or a do-it-yourselfer, Sunbelt Rentals makes it easy to get the tools and equipment you need for any job. From skid steers and aerial lifts to lawn and landscape equipment, hand tools, portable generators, and more, Sunbelt Rentals offers the broadest inventory backed by a dedicated local team of rental experts. Drop in today or visit sunbeltrentals.com to learn how Sunbelt Rentals can help you make it happen.
Celebrate 50 years of adventure at Busch Gardens Williamsburg. Enjoy award-winning performances and European-inspired attractions. Feel the excitement of thrilling rides, like the all-new Big Bad Wolf, The Wolf's Revenge. There's fun for the whole family. From conquering first rides to exploring immersive lands, there's always something worth celebrating. Only at the world's most beautiful theme park. Buy Busch Gardens, get Water Country USA free on fun cards and select memberships. Hurry, offer ends soon. Restrictions apply.
Are you finding yourself dealing with a disaster in your own home? Pipes burst, flooding, fire damage. It can all feel overwhelming. When you don't know where to turn, call the trusted team at Service Master of Richmond. They are firmly committed to getting you back to where you belong. Service Master will restore your property and your peace of mind. They're on call 24/7 at 804-373-4424. That's Service Master of Richmond.
Richmond Flying Squirrels Baseball on Sports Radio 910 The Fan.
Bottom of the fourth inning, Sabine Ceballos up for the Flying Squirrels as they trail the Harrisburg Senators 4-2. A lot of offense early for Richmond with 7 total hits. Ceballos was hit by a pitch back in the second inning, and the first one offered by Luckham is a tad low. Peeled down to the first base umpire Garrett Nelson confirms that. And Ceballos did not go around, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. The pitch. Luckham deals a called strike to even the count at 1-1 now for Ceballos. The season batting at .194, 13 RBIs with 1 homer. The pitch. A line drive to right field, but it goes foul. Right up against the fencing near the Rosie's Bistro at the bullpen. And it goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now for the former Oregon Ducks, Sabine Ceballos. At a homecoming when he was traded to the Giants system last year from the Braves because of where the high A club for the Giants play their ball games. 1-2 pitch is a grounder over towards short, backhanded by Made, slings it over to first and gets Ceballos out. 6-3 on the putout. Now Iverson Arteaga is due up. And through the Giants system, the low A affiliate is in San Jose, but the high A affiliate that Ceballos went to after the deadline is over in Eugene, Oregon, on the campus of University of Oregon. First pitch to Arteaga is taken for a called strike to make it 0-1. The Emeralds play all of their home games at PK Park, which also is the home ballpark for the Ducks. The 0-1 pitch. And a fly ball to center field. Backs up Thomas a few steps, having to fight with the sunlight from the portals, but he's able to make the grab. 2 quick outs for Kyle Luckham here in the 4th inning. And now the next batter is the leadoff man, Diego Velasquez. Senators ahead 4-2 in the bottom of the 4th inning. Of course, the AA affiliate for the Giants right here in beautiful Richmond. At the Diamond for its 40th season, or 40th year, and 15th season of Flying Squirrels baseball. First pitch to Diego, misses low. 1 ball, no strikes. Once these players get promoted, they go back over to the West Coast in California. Go to the AAA Sacramento River Cats. 1 ball and no strikes for Velasquez. Luckham deals. A called strike to make it 1-1. Who this year also have a facility that is shared. But instead of sharing it with a college, they have to share it with the Athletics, major league team that went away from Oakland. 1-1. And that's low to make the count 2 balls and a strike. And that field has seen a ton of baseball this season. We worked with the schedules for the most part, it was alternating between Athletics homestands and then River Cats homestands. 2-1 pitch. Misses high. Hitters count of 3-1 for Velasquez. Really, the grass over in Sacramento hasn't had a lot of time to breathe. 3-1 pitch on the way. And that misses low for ball 4. Luckham tried to use the breaking ball. But now it's a 2-out base runner for the Squirrels as Velasquez goes over to first. So with 2 outs and a runner on, here's the center fielder, Turner Hill.
Center fielder number 7, Turner Hill.
Whereas for the Nationals, most of their affiliates are pretty close to D.C. Of course, you have Fredericksburg, just about an hour south of D.C. Pickoff throw to first base, and Velasquez dives back. Fredericksburg is the low A affiliate of the Nationals, and then once you climb up the ladder, they go to high A Wilmington up in Delaware. The Blue Rocks, who used to be a Royals affiliate. Now the pitch to Hill misses away. 1 ball and no strikes. Harrisburg, the longtime Double A affiliate of the Nationals. And then they would go up to Rochester, New York to play with the historical Red Wings. Swing and a miss for Hill. Got tied up on the breaker. And it goes even at 1 ball and a strike. That Rochester Red Wings team has been the AAA affiliate for the Nationals since 2021 with the reshuffling. For one season, the Nats had their AAA team all the way in Fresno, California with the Grizzlies. 1-1 pitch misses downstairs, and it's a 2 ball and 1 strike count. You can imagine going from Harrisburg, which isn't too far from D.C. in its own right, all the way to the other side of the states. 2-1 pitch. That's low. And another 3 ball and 1 strike count for Luckham. Had a quick 2 outs, but then longer at bat for Velasquez, and Turner Hill in a hitter's count. Right-hander is set, delivers. And a called strike at 90 miles per hour. To move it up to full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. And now after the 2021 season, AAA affiliate for the Nationals with the Rochester Red Wings, part of the International League. Velasquez will be off and running. The pitch is slashed foul into the upper deck. Look out. Especially on a crowded night like this evening, everybody's got to be heads up. Excellent crowd. The lower bowl just about all the way full. General admission section, it's going to be hard to find a seat tonight. 3 balls and 2 strikes for Turner. The pitch. Another one fouled off, this time right off of Romero's catcher's mask. And the home plate umpire, Brian Laws, walk about halfway to the mound to toss the baseball back to Luckham. Laws on his way back, just asks if Romero is all right. This foul backs off of the mask and certainly ring your bell a little bit. Crowd shouting in support for Turner Hill. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Luckham sends it. Called strike 3. Got him with the fastball on the outside edge. And there is the second strikeout of the night for Kyle Luckham. It closes out the 4th inning. We head on to the 5th. 4-2 lead for the Senators on Sports Radio 910 The Fan, 105.1 FM.
Do you realize if you make the minimum monthly payments on your credit cards, it will take you nearly 20 years to pay them off? What if I told you I know a way for you to get them all paid off in a matter of weeks? Hey there, Gary Hess here. Here's where to go, neighborhoodlender.com. Neighborhood Lender can easily help you get hundreds of thousands of dollars from your home's equity. It's a high-tech, super-fast platform that usually doesn't even require an appraisal. People who do this with Neighborhood Lender are living their best life. They're credit card debt-free, with cash left over for other stuff like home improvements. Listen, it's your money. You need to use it. See how much cash you can get now. Call 804-643-LOAN, 804-643-LOAN, or neighborhoodlender.com. Say goodbye to greedy credit card companies. Neighborhood Lender can get you the cash you need. 804-643-LOAN. Equal housing lender. NMLS 69349. Subject to lender approval. NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Victim of a motorcycle, moped, or e-bike accident? When you're not to blame, recovery is our game. We're Virginia Injury Law, and we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call 1-800-CRASH-VA for a free consultation. That's 1-800-CRASH-VA.
Guests appear on 910 The Fan via the Hadid Mercer Rug Cleaning Hotline. For all of your Oriental rug cleaning needs, just one call to Joe Hadid. Trust your Oriental rugs to Hadid Mercer Rug Cleaning. Learn more at HadidMercerRugCleaning.com.
It's Flying Squirrels Baseball with Trey Wilson and Blaine McCormick on Sports Radio 910 The Fan.
Top of the fifth inning from the diamond. The Flying Squirrels trailing the Senators 4-2 on a clear and breezy night in Richmond. New pitcher is on the mound for the Flying Squirrels. It is the right-hander Evan Gates on our Call to the Bullpen, brought to us by Intervision Systems with over 30 years of design, delivery, and support of IT solutions. First pitch he sends to Carlos De La Cruz is in for a called strike, and it makes it 0-1. So Gates appearing for the 13th time with Richmond this year, carrying a .332 ERA, 1-0 record. Next one home is punched foul and out of play on the 92 fastball from Gates. 27 strikeouts in 21 2/3 innings. We've seen a lot of consistent outings from Gates in the month of May. Next pitch misses a tad high with a breaker. And it's a 1-2 strike count. Over 5 appearances this month, Gates has only allowed 2 runs in 9 innings. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed for strike 3. And that is something that we've seen a lot from Gates this month, is the strikeouts.
First baseman 39, Murphy Staley.
Another strikeout for the Flying Squirrels. Another strikeout means another donation from Virginia Credit Union to strike out hunger. So make it now 28 punch-outs on the year for Gates. First pitch to Murphy Staley, misses up and in. Ball 1. Staley 1 for 2 tonight. Had the 2-run homer in the first inning to give Harrisburg its 4th run. They lead it 4-2. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 84 miles an hour on the slider from Gates. And it goes even at 1 ball and 1 strike. He sets, delivers. Swung on and missed. Tied up Staley. Kind of looked like a 3/4 swing. And that low slider. Now Gates ahead at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Looking for back-to-back strikeouts out of the pen. He kicks and fires. Staley bounces this one foul to the Senators on deck circle. The final pitching line for Richmond starter Jack Choate, 4 innings with 5 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Just had trouble in that first inning. 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. I'll give Choate a lot of credit. He had to use a ton of pitches in this start, and especially in the 4th inning. Left the bases loaded. 2-2. The fly ball over to shallow center field. Center fielder Turner Hill jogging forward, and he makes the catch on the run. Strikeout and a flyout for outs number 1 and 2 in the 5th. And now here is Caden Wallace for the Senators.
Third baseman number 10, Caden Wallace.
Senators 4, Flying Squirrels 2 here in the top of the 5th inning. Fans of the Flying Squirrels score 5 runs today. You can score $5 off at Toast New American Gastropub at Scotts Walk tomorrow. Just show the box score, rock your Squirrels gear, and enjoy their from-scratch kitchen. First pitch misses high to Wallace. 1 ball and no strikes. And Toast is walking distance from the diamond. Make Toast your go-to spot. 1-0 pitch. On the ground towards short. Picked up by Arteaga. Long thrower to first is there in time. And it's a 3-up and 3-down inning for Evan Gates out of the bullpen. We go to the home half of the fifth. Senators ahead 4-2 here in Richmond. On Sports Radio 910 The Fan, 105.1 FM.
Searching for the perfect neighborhood spot? Turn to Toast New American Gastropub. Featuring a from-scratch kitchen, an extensive bourbon selection, and the fun neighborhood vibe our fans have come to love. Make Toast your go-to spot. Located just steps away from the Diamond at Scotts Walk. Also with locations in the Village in the West End and Winterfield Place in Midlothian. Visit us at toastrva.com today, a place of communion, great food and drink. Toast. Oh, and ask for Parney's Table.
Are you a truck driver looking for fair home time, competitive pay, and a team that treats you like family? Look no further. At Abilene Motor Express, our drivers earn an average of $78K per year. Choose from local, regional, or OTR driving routes to fit your lifestyle. Join us and you'll get the home time you deserve, the pay you need, and a supportive environment that feels just like home. We're more than just a company. We're a family. Ready to make the switch? Apply now at AbileneMotor.com or call us at 888-309-9811 to start your driving career today.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed the musty smell in your home? I hope not, because damp smells mean that you could have a crawl space problem. That's where JES Foundation Repair comes in, a groundworks company. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to waterproof your crawl space and get to the root cause of the problem. Schedule your free inspection at jeswork.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
You're listening to Richmond's Flying Squirrels Baseball on Sports Radio 910 The Fan.
Bryce Eldridge comes up to the plate to start us up in the bottom of the fifth inning. Beautiful day for baseball and a good one to bring the whole family to tonight here in Richmond. 4-2 lead for Harrisburg as we start the bottom of the fifth inning. First pitch to Eldridge is a bouncing ball to first base, just stays fair, and fielded near the line by Staley. He steps on the bag, and there's out number one. First pitch swinging for Bryce Eldridge, and bouncer that was just about even with the line. Murphy Staley fielded it in fair ground. So he gets out number one, and now it is Drew Ellis coming up to the plate. Ellis launched his first home run in a Flying Squirrels uniform last night. First pitch to him. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and the curveball drops in. And that home run was part of a back-to-back sequence with Eldridge. The second time that the Squirrels have had back-to-back homers this year. The 0-1 pitch misses low and away. And funny enough, both times that the Flying Squirrels have launched back-to-back home runs, they've been against Harrisburg. Eldridge and Cal Mitchell did it on the last road trip up to Harrisburg. 1-1. Cut on and missed at the fastball inside. And now it's 1 ball and 2 strikes for Ellis. He's at the designated hitter spot tonight. Singled and scored back in the first inning. Luckham has held the Flying Squirrels scoreless since then. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Luckham gets the sign he likes. Kicks, delivers. Line drive to left field, another base hit for Drew Ellis. Second one tonight for him. A 1-out single puts him over at first base. He is starting to find the base hits lately. 2 for 3 in this game. He finished last night 2 for 4 with a couple RBIs. The fastball was to the low inside corner, and Ellis stung it pretty well. So now here's Cal Mitchell. The first offer home is a floater out to right center field. That touches down for a hit. Moves Ellis up a base to second. And back-to-back singles for the Squirrels here in the fifth inning. Richmond now with 9 hits tonight. 5 of those were in the first inning, where they scored 2 runs. So only 1 pitch to Cal Mitchell, and he gets a base hit out of the deal. And now with runners at first and second, here is Jairo Pomares. 4-2 lead for the Senators. The pitch. Pomares flies this one foul to the upper deck. Flying Squirrels have the tying run over at first. Pomaris represents the potential go-ahead run. We have seen that home run power from him in the past. Set by Luckham, he delivers. Way high with a fastball. And it goes even at 1 ball and 1 strike. It does look like the Senators have some action in their bullpen. Service Master clean bullpen. Cleanest bullpens in minor league baseball. Even count of 1-1, the pitch. Morris slashes this one foul and out of play. Learn how Service Master Clean's professional cleaning crews can help with your residential or office cleaning needs by visiting ServiceMasterClean.com. 1 ball and 2 strike count for Jairo Pomaris. A pair of Flying Squirrels on the bases. The pitch. Inside, it goes away from Romero up to the backstop. And moves Ellis up to third base. Mitchell takes second. A wild pitch moves a couple runners into scoring position. Now a big 2-2 pitch upcoming for Pomaris. That ball was spiked in the left-handed box right near Pomaris' front foot. I just lost the grip on that. We don't see that all too often from Luckham, who is now up to 95 pitches tonight, 56 of them for strikes. 2-2. Up and away, 3 balls and 2 strikes now. There is a right-hander still warming up in the Senators' bullpen. Imagine that this may be the last batter for Luckham tonight. Payoff pitch. Foul right back to the screen. The location of that pitch was towards the top of the zone. And the pitcher warming up in Harrisburg's pen is Thomas Schultz. Luckham has to deal with Pomaris. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And a turnaround to second base, no throw. Mitchell just froze with 1 step back towards the bag. Notice that there was no throw. Just stood there very still. Now he takes an extra step on his lead. Luckham sets up, delivers. Pomaris fouls it off once again. And pitch was towards the inside part of the strike zone. And Pomaris battling here. That was the 7th pitch of the at-bat. Just trying to find the perfect one for him to drive. Pomaris already has 5 home runs on the season. 16 RBIs. The pitch. Another one foul. Right back to the same location on the back screen he hit the last one. Another one high in the strike zone. And the crowd gets behind Pomaris. This will be pitch number 9 of the at-bat and 100 on the evening for Luckham. He takes a step off the rubber. 4 runs for the Senators, 2 for the Flying Squirrels. But 1 power swing by Pomaris could tie it up. 3-2 pitch. Another one slashed foul and out of play. Pop up towards the very top of the upper deck. Give the Flying Squirrels credit. They have had the bat against Luckham tonight with 9 hits and a couple of longer at-bats. This will be pitch number 10 for Jairo. Here it is. Breaking ball once again, line foul. Man. This time it was right above the Senators' dugout. And Pomaris is spraying foul balls right behind home plate. Luckham sets, delivers. Another one popped up, foul ground, third base side. Could be fair. It's the third baseman Wallace that backs up and makes the catch. That was just over towards the foul line, and Wallace was able to make the grab. Still a very productive at bat for Jairo Pomares to take 11 pitches out of Luckham. He is now up to 102 on the night, and Delino DeShields is going to make a change. He points over to the bullpen. All in all, not too bad for Kyle Luckham. Had some trouble in the first inning, but stranded a few runners, and now exits here with 2 outs in the 5th inning. So Thomas Schultz coming into the game for the Senators. Well, no, they're going to keep Luckham in. Thought initially that DeShields was going to point over to the bullpen, but I guess Luckham made his case, so he's going to stay in. So hold that thought. No pitching change. Luckham is still going to be on the mound. Usually when you see managers go out, pretty clear indication that they're going to go to the bullpen, but Luckham pleaded his case. He's already up to 102 pitches. Number 103 misses inside to Adrian Sugasti for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strike count for Sugasti, who has grounded out twice tonight. Next pitch, a breaking ball that hits the outside corner, and it goes even at 1-1. And DeShields was pretty quick to go over to the pitcher's mound and meet with Luckham, but never wanted to go to the pen. 1-1 pitch. There's a fly ball lifted well out to left field. Scooches Glasser back to the warning track, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Kyle Luckham battling here in the 5th inning. Already over 100 pitches, and he leaves 2 runners stranded. It is 4-2 with the Senators in front, and we go to the 6th here on Sports Radio 910 The Fan, 105.1 FM.
Do you realize if you make the minimum monthly payments on your credit cards, it will take you nearly 20 years to pay them off? What if I told you I know a way for you to get them all paid off in a matter of weeks? Hey there, Gary Hess here. Here's where to go, neighborhoodlender.com. Neighborhood Lender can easily help you get hundreds of thousands of dollars from your home's equity. It's a high-tech, super-fast platform that usually doesn't even require an appraisal. People who do this with Neighborhood Lender are living their best life. They're credit card debt-free, with cash left over for other stuff like home improvements. Listen, it's your money. You need to use it. See how much cash you can get now. Call 804-643-LOAN, 804-643-LOAN, or neighborhoodlender.com. Say goodbye to greedy credit card companies. Neighborhood Lender can get you the cash you need. 804-643-LOAN. Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 69349, subject to lender approval, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
She's always going to be 23. She's always going to be in school to be an X-ray tech and working at the state park. She's always going to be having fun with her friends and going for hikes. She's always going to be 23. But my sister Anna, she's never going to be 24. Because in 2019, she was killed by a driver who was on drugs. He ended her life at 23.
A message from Mad Virginia and Virginia DMV. Learn more at eatdrinkandbedriven.com.
Every pitch, all season long. It's Richmond Flying Squirrels baseball on Sports Radio 910 The Fan.
Top of the 6th inning here in RVA. The Flying Squirrels trailing the Harrisburg Senators 4-2. Evan Gates back on the mound. He came in the 5th inning out of the bullpen and set down the side in order. He faces Maxwell Romero Jr. to start the 6th. And the first pitch Gates deals is in for a called strike. So a 3-up, 3-down inning for Gates in the 5th. He kept the bases clean in that inning. And now you can keep your car clean at Flagstop Car Wash. First-time users can download their new mobile app, score a free Ultimate Car Wash. Next pitch is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Flagstop Car Wash, with over 20 locations in the Richmond area. You're never far from a clean car. 1-1 offer is a sizzler up the middle for a base hit. Gates tried to lean down and field it off the pitcher's mound. Passed him into shallow center field. So leadoff single for Maxwell Romero Jr. First hit of the night for him. And now with a lead runner on, it is Cortland Lawson up at the plate. So the first hit that Gates has allowed tonight. Lawson had a base hit against Choate in the 4th inning. He shows bunt, But the breaking ball sails in for a called strike, and it's 0-1. On the season, Lawson is hitting .206, 20 hits and 97 at-bats. The pitch. Shows bunt again, lays it down the first base side, fielded by Gates off the mound, and he underhand tosses to Eldridge at first for the out. Sacrifice works out for Lawson, though. Romero advances to second base. So one gone, and it's Jared McKenzie next up for the Senators. McKenzie has struck out twice tonight. Both times were against Jack Choate. Started for the Flying Squirrels, who finished the night with 5 punch-outs. First one to McKenzie. Taken inside, ball 1. There is still action in the Harrisburg bullpen, but the Senators starter, Kyle Luckham, wanted to stay on the mound for the final out of the 5th inning. Next pitch, outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Delino DeShields, who is the manager for the Senators, went out to the pitcher's mound. And usually at that point you think, okay, change on the mound, call to the bullpen. But no, Luckham fought to stay on. 2-0 toss is swung on and missed. And for Luckham, he won his case. Got that 3rd out of the 5th and stranded a pair of runners in scoring position. Flying Squirrels have left 8 on the bases tonight. Next one to McKenzie. Slider in for a called strike. It hit the outside edge to even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 4 runs for Harrisburg, 2 for Richmond in the top of the 6th. A batter timeout used by McKenzie, who sweeps some dirt with his left foot. McKenzie, the Tallahassee, Florida native, who played his college baseball at Baylor. 2-2 pitch. Fly ball foul and out of play. So it goes to the very top row of the upper deck. McKenzie, 24 years old. He was a 5th-round pick for the Nationals in 2022. Gates is set. Now delivers. And a bouncer foul over to the Flying Squirrels dugout. The Senators are the 2nd team that McKenzie has played with this year. Started the year with the High Wilmington Blue Rocks. He's playing in his 17th game with Harrisburg. His first season at Double-A. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Outside breaking ball got him swinging. Second strikeout tonight for Evan Gates. And the 7th overall for Richmond pitching tonight. Kevin Made is now up for the Senators. And that's what we've seen from Gates here lately. 4 tonight. His strikeout percentage was at 35 on the year. He sets up for the first one to Made as the pitch flied foul behind home plate. And in the last 5 outings for Gates, he has posted 12 strikeouts, right even at 12 innings. Gates takes off his cap, reads what's inside the ball cap. Now climbs back on top of the mound. No balls and 1 strike for Kevin Made, young shortstop for the Senators. The pitch. Fastball for a called strike at 93 miles per hour. Runner at second is Maxwell Romero Jr., who led off this inning with a single and advanced to second base on a bunt. The 0-2 pitch. Misses low and blocked by Sugasti. And the ball bounced off of the dirt and off of his glove. Now it sets up 1 ball and 2 strikes for Made. Evan Gates glares in. Sets at the letters. The pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And back-to-back strikeouts close out the 6th inning for Evan Gates. The points up to the sky. Back-to-back scoreless innings for him out of the bullpen. Flying Squirrels trailing the Senators 4-2 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. On Sports Radio 910 The Fan, 105.1 FM.
From the Pearson Signature Dealership Studio, this is the new Sports Radio 910 The Fan. Now at 105.1 FM. WRNL Richmond and WRVQ HD2 Richmond. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
When it comes to protecting your home, you deserve a roof as strong and reliable as our community. At Pyramid Roofing, we specialize in quality roofing solutions that stand up to every storm. Whether you need repairs or a full replacement, our experts have you covered. Visit us at pyramidroofing.com for a free in-home inspection. Pyramid Roofing, raising the roof for Richmond and proud partners of your Flying Squirrels.
Your roof is in luck when you see the yellow truck from Pyramid Roofing.
What's a heavy hitter in real estate? Finding a cultured and informed real estate agent. What's a closer in real estate? Having your agent get the deal secured. What's a home run in real estate? Going with the Hogan Group. The Hogan Group is a locally owned real estate brokerage filled with fun, confident, aggressive, and knowledgeable realtors. When you're rounding third, the Hogan Group will bring you home. Check out the Hogan Group online at HoganGRP.com. Want to hit a home run in real estate? Go with the Hogan Group. HoganGRP.com.
Another patient-first difference? Our name says it all. We put the patient first in everything we do. If you're sick or hurt, we want to help you get better and feel better too. We offer a warm smile when you walk in our doors and a warm blanket if you're cold or need a little extra comfort. Learn about all of the other ways we make a difference at patientfirst.com or walk into Patient First and see the difference yourself.
Patient First, proud partner of the Flying Squirrels, open every day.
You're listening to Richmond's Flying Squirrels Baseball on Sports Radio 910 The Fan.
4-2 lead for the Senators. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning, it'll be the 8, 9, and 1 batters due up for Richmond, beginning with Sabine Ceballos, but he faces a new pitcher, officially. First one is Ceballos, misses outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Call to the bullpen brought to us by Intervision Systems, with over 30 years of design, delivery, and support of IT solutions. Thomas Schultz is now on the mound for Harrisburg. Pitch to Ceballos is rocketed a short, diving stop by Made. Caught it on the fly right on the outfield grass. And an impressive play by Made to rob Ceballos of a base hit. A line out to the shortstop, and now here's the Flying Squirrels shortstop, Iverson Arteaga. So Thomas Schultz with a .318 earned run average on the season. Pitched earlier in the series and struggled against Richmond. First one home to Arteaga is in for a called strike. In that appearance against the Squirrels, he allowed 2 unearned runs. As the 0-1 pitch misses outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. And Schultz recorded 2 outs with 1 hit allowed, 2 walks, including an intentional walk. Pitch misses outside, 2-1. And Schultz was one of the pitchers used by the Senators in the extra innings games back on Tuesday. Another look at the replay from Kevin Made. Very nice play. 2-1 pitch, swung on a miss by Arteaga. On the season, though, Schultz with 28 strikeouts and 24 1/3 innings. And this is his 5th appearance with Harrisburg. Next one home is a bouncing ball to third base, scooped up by Wallace. Slings it across the diamond to first, and there's out number 2. Back to the top of the order with Diego Velasquez up. Virginia Urology wants to remind you that men over the age of 40 should talk with their doctor about prostate cancer screening. Early detection is key, and a 3-second test could save your life. Senators ahead 4-2 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. All 6 runs in this game scored in the first. And the first one home to Diego misses low. Ball 1. There's been opportunities for the Flying Squirrels to score, but they have left a total of 8 on base so far tonight. 1-0 pitch. Velasquez takes outside on the 93 fastball. Flying Squirrels left a pair stranded in the 5th inning. Also 2 on in the 3rd and the 2nd. The pitch. Called strike. Breaking ball from Schultz to make it 2-1 on Velasquez. Good night at the plate for him. He's reached base all 3 times. 2 hits and a walk. The 2-1. A check swing, foul over to the end of the Harrisburg dugout. The pitch was towards the top of the strike zone where Velasquez had the swing. Froze about 3/4 of the way. And went foul over by the dugout. So an even 2-ball and 2-strike count for Diego. Here's the pitch. Too far outside. And it goes to 3 balls and 2 strikes. So with the 2 hits he has today, Velasquez is now 46, which would put him in 8th. The ranking of 8th in the Eastern League in base hits this year. A chance to start a 2-out rally for the Flying Squirrels. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Schultz fires. Inside for ball 4. And there's the second walk for Velasquez tonight. And the 4th time he has reached base. Takes off the elbow guard and the batting gloves. And now trots down to first. Turner Hill strides up to the plate. He represents the potential tying run. The speedy center fielder who has already shown some glimpses of power with Richmond just this week. Time called for right before Schultz was about to pitch, and that's a pitch timer violation on him. It starts Hill's count 1-0 right before he's even seen a pitch. The base runner on, you get a little extra time. Schultz took too long. 1-0, bunt shown by Turner, and it goes foul into the crowd. An even count of 1 ball and 1 strike. So Hill was activated off of the injured list and playing in his first week here at AA, or this season. Joined the Flying Squirrels midway through last year. Put together some great numbers. Pickoff throw to first. Diego dives back. They just played the Dirty Squirrel over the loudspeakers. Well, Hill had the honor of being named the Puritan Cleaners Dirty Squirrel of the Year at the end of last season. Time is called for once again, and Velasquez needs a new belt. Went over to the dugout, and he gets a new belt from one of his teammates. The buckle might have snapped when he dove back on the pickoff attempt. So Velasquez with a wardrobe change. Last year for Turner, he finished ranked 7th in the Giants minor league system with a .366 on-base percentage and 3rd in the system with 30 stolen bases. Oh, yep, looking back at the replay, Diego said, wait a minute. Belt broke. I go get a new one. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Velasquez is breaking for second. Pitch misses high and away. Head first slide by Velasquez. He is safe. And a stolen base for Diego Velasquez puts him into scoring position. And a 2 ball and 1 strike count. Now for Turner Hill. That's the 7th steal on the season for Diego. It was an on-target throw by Romero, but a missed catch by Kevin Maude. It was towards his glove, but then popped out. Here's the 2-1. Hill bounces this to first, but it rolls foul. Took a turn to foul territory right by the bag. If that had stayed fair, certainly would have scored Velasquez from second. But now it evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes for Turner. Started this season on the 7-day injured list with a finger injury, and then played in 6 games in the Arizona Complex League for a rehab assignment, where he went 7